Hello, I'm Alec with Home and Rehab and Sports Today, and I want to talk to everybody about physical therapy at large. What we do, what we can't, some myths, and some unknowns. The more people I interact with in this field, the more misconceptions I hear. So I always want to give an extended video today of who we are. Because PTs, number one, have changed a little bit. We're no longer what we call a post-operative specialty. And what we mean by this is the old model of get injured, get surgery, get rehab, repeat has really changed. In some cases, we found that injuries heal without surgery, and that healing can be accelerated with the right non-invasive techniques. So when you see a surgeon now, they're going to be evaluating if your condition needs immediate surgery, or if they feel your body may actually heal itself and faster with the right adaptations. For example, some rotator cuff injuries. In many cases, rotator cuff injuries can be healed better and faster by you doing the right things at home and in rehab, as opposed to needing to be cut open every time. However, a good surgeon is going to recognize when that's not going to be the case and know that they need to operate right away. In some cases, it might be wait and see, and our job is partially to help them make that decision. Another thing that's changed for us is that PT is not about short-term passive modalities anymore. What we mean by this is things like ultrasound, TENS, hot packs, ice packs, diathermy, and all of the old big name brands that we used to use have kind of changed in how we like to use them. And that's not to say that they may not be necessary in the short term. But the more we study them, the more we learn that they're not a cure-all. And when they do work, they don't work on their own. They're an adjunct to things like exercise. And physical therapy's philosophy is now that the movement seems to be the medicine. And the use of these modalities is only purposeful when we have good evidence that they're going to speed your process. And we don't want to be dependent on them like we used to be. Now again, there are times that we're going to see that type of therapy is going to be very helpful in moving you along faster. But the expectation that you should just come in, get a hot pack, get a light stretch, get some TENS, and then leave is changing rapidly. Physical therapy is now trying to help you adapt your body to what it needs to do so that it doesn't hurt anymore, addressing the root cause instead of the symptom of pain. Because that's what PT really is about. It's improving the function of body systems. Addressing injuries or weaknesses in muscle groups, reactions, balance, speed, falls prevention, injury prevention, stiffness, finding the source of many kinds of pain. Our job is becoming more diagnostic. We don't want to treat pain as a diagnosis anymore, but as a starting point to find out what and why, to help you change your body for the better. Adapting movement, learning what to strengthen or stretch or change, can make a big change in function and decrease your pain. And because function's a big part of this picture, we're trying to get people back to moving like they used to, not just not hurting as much and still feeling limited. My big final observation about my role in healing is the amount of times I've heard patients tell me, man, I wish I'd known about this a year ago before things got this bad. Because making these small changes early on can really speed up or even prevent the need for a recovery phase. But it's really hard to know that, and your job as a normal human being is not to do so. So a change we're starting to see in the field is that some people are starting to use physical therapists more like every other healthcare provider. They come in for a checkup, not just well after an issue has started, but when they think something might be off, or to check and make sure nothing is. The idea here is to try to nip things in the bud, to catch the little stuff before it becomes a big thing, to help you plan to move right, to do the right thing so that you don't need to spend as much time in my office later for the big things like injuries and falls. Again, physical therapy is always rapidly changing. Just like every other part of the medical field, we want to see what's new, what's working well, what we've done for a while that we might need to change. So if you're ever wondering what we're doing, what was changing in the field, the best thing you can do is ask. We're always studying up on the newest methods, reading the newest research, and attending new seminars to learn what we can do to move things along and make sure you're always getting better, with, ideally, the most function you can get out of life. So, feel free to give us a call, send us an email, or contact us any way you'd like, and we'll be happy to get back to you about what we might be able to do for you, or what other areas of the field might be able to help out. Have a great day.